Hey everyone, it's Julian. Today is Wednesday, March 16th at 6:14 a.m. It's day 26 of me documenting my journey towards becoming a mobile developer. Let's get into it. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. I'm not just going to be coding. I'm also going to be making an app logo, or an app icon rather, for this expense tracking app that I've been building for the last few vlogs. And if you aren't up to speed on the vlogs, we haven't been watching them, basically what I've been doing is creating a basic expense tracker using core data in Swift and Swift UI, and I am basically using it as a way to get used to the process of uploading apps to the App Store, understand what that's like, understand what it's like to make an icon, just get the process down so I know what it's like before I start shipping things that I'm really passionate about, because I do have a couple of really cool ideas that I want to get into at some point, but I want to also get more experience coding by myself first before I jump headfirst into what is really honestly quite a big project. So I'm going to be doing that. There's a few things I want to clean up in the code first before I go that far, and then we will be on our way. So let's do it. So I got kind of scared for a second because I found a bug with this app before I was about to work on the app icon, and I figured out how to fix it, surprisingly, which is pretty great. So basically the crux of the problem is that when you add an expense, when we're in our content view or home view right now, if you add an expense and you click on the expense to edit it, and then you edit it, let's just say new expense 10, and then you click save, the expense doesn't get updated in this screen. This is a very specific bug. This only happens if you had no expenses and you launch the app and then you add things, and then you add one thing and then you edit it. If I were to add 4 expenses, for some reason now that updated, first of all, now we're back on new expense 10. If I add more expenses and then I edit those expenses, that saves, which I really don't understand. I have no idea why that's happening, but I figured out that if we make our expense property that's passed into our expense row view, which is presented on our content view, so each of our expenses is being passed into an expense row view, which is what this is, and then this is actually making the rows that you see within the list. If we take that expense that's being passed into this row view and we make it an app observed object, for some reason tapping the plus and then changing the first thing that comes up now works perfectly. Well, it's not really for some reason. I know why this is happening. I'm pretty sure it's just because the observed object is just telling anything watching this property externally to keep an eye out for changes so that the UI can update when necessary. But the main thing that I just don't get is the very specific conditions you have to have in order for this bug to present itself. I don't know why that's happening, but I fixed it, and I guess that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I'll probably try to figure it out at some point, but for now, it's good enough because it works. Now it's time for me to do a little bit of research on app icons, how to use them, how to actually integrate them into the app, and most importantly, I gotta make it. So let's do that really quick. Today was a pretty productive morning. I got that app icon done. I did some research on sizing and all that kind of stuff. I exported all the different sizes for different situations in iOS, like notifications, spotlight, all that kind of stuff. Even though it's not going to utilize those features, I figured I might as well put that kind of stuff in there. And now what I'm basically doing is getting a bit acquainted with App Store Connect, and I'm going to get ready for work now because I have to. But I'll probably get this first version out and getting in review by probably tomorrow morning, because I don't really have time to get into all this stuff, and I have a feeling it's going to take me a bit to get the rest of this process finished. So with that being said, I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.